He
Yeah.
was shaking his hand. But what were you wearing? Oh, he's the president.
No, I didn't expect that, man. I was just vibing. I was just chilling, bro. I was just coming to see golf, man. I wasn't expecting to meet the president.
Yo guys, welcome back to another podcast with Oro Vlogs. We like to call it Diamond Talks. With me, I got as usual my co-host and today's special guest, Kenya number one, amateur golfer Mutahi Kibugu. Welcome, Mutahi.
Glad to be here. What's up?
So let's start from the beginning. Actually, you went to St. Austin's. That's correct.
Yeah.
But before that, you were in Braven. And you used to play cricket, football. So why golf? What made you, well, you were good at football, but what made you choose golf as a sport?
Just injuries, man. I used to injure my wrist a lot when I used to play ball, because I used to be a keeper. And I also used to play hockey, but then I also hurt my finger again. So just golf, like, there were less injuries for me. That's mainly why.
And we call him the Junior Messi. But yeah, so we've played golf together for a long time. What age did you start playing golf?
6.
And how did you get
6.
into?
When I used to live in Uganda, my dad used to take me to the golf club when I was about 6, 7 years. But I stopped for a brief period when I turned 10, for around 2 years. Then I came back and got my handicap when I was around like 12.
And then from there, as we know, you climbed and you won multiple junior events.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You were number one junior for, what was it, 3 years, maybe?
Yeah, about.
Maybe more. And now you're Kenya number one amateur.
My golf was similar. So I started at 6, and then I stopped at 15, and I haven't played much since. Pretty much.
But
that's my big break.
But the biggest thing about you, and your fans, what they love about you, I love it, is your TikToks. Champagne tie, you call yourself.
Yeah.
What made you come up with champagne tie?
Some of my friends, like, so I cut my hair short, so I used to have this waves hairstyle.
Yeah.
Then some of my other friends, like very good rappers like Kobe, Kahush, they started calling me Drake because I look like Drake. So, and his nickname is Champagne Puffy. So I was like, I can pull up Champagne Tahi. So yeah, it's just my name now, man.
And I guess something everyone would be asking, or we would be asking, what does it feel like to be like number one, Like just the title, having the number one at your name in your sport.
It felt good before. Now you're just like, aye.
Well,
But before, hey, I used to be like,
well, yeah, you won.
yes, come Kenya one.
Starting of this year, before the COVID-19 lockdown and everything, you won 2 events in a row.
Yeah, Mutai Open and Sigona Bro.
And before that, actually, you've actually represented Kenya multiple times in African tournaments. So what's the most thing you learned from playing those events that you feel that you've learned that's actually made you earn the title Kenya won?
Outside Kenya, golf is another level.
Yeah.
It's very competitive, man. So playing those tournaments and just in the early years of playing national team, just finishing last, it just builds you, you like really have to improve. So I think being beaten at the early stages of Kenya team is what made me strive to become better, and maybe that's why.
So instead of demotivating you, it actually
it
motivated.
motivated me. Yeah.
And well, you've met the president. Is that correct? Well, there is a photo actually when you played last year in the Kenya Open.
Yeah.
You were shaking his hand. But what were you wearing? Oh, he's the president.
No, I didn't expect that, man. I was just vibing. I was just chilling, bro. I was just coming to see golf, man. I wasn't expecting to meet the president. Yeah, but I never lived that down.
What's next, like golfing wise, or in your future? What do you see?
I'm still debating on whether to play college golf. Well, I am going at the moment, but I want to play Kenya Open first. because it's coming back in November.
Yeah.
So if I do well in Kenya Open, it could be a life-changing experience. So
And how has the COVID-19 lockdown affected your golf? Like, has it motivated you? How much did it? Because at that point, obviously, before the lockdown, you were flying. You won back-to-back events,
yeah,
preparing for the Kenya Open, playing probably your best golf you've played. And what happened then when the lockdown came? And actually, when they actually announced that the Kenya Open will be cancelled, you were practicing at the Karen Golf Club.
yeah.
And then how did that news take an effect? Did you say, were you tired and then said took a week off or took a month off?
I was just demotivated after that because I was even with another junior, Timur.
Yeah.
Yeah, the current like junior in Kenya, top junior in Kenya.
Yeah.
Even he was disappointed. So now I never felt the used to practice because like Kenya Open is not coming back. That's how I felt. So of course it slowed down my golf, and now I'm not really on form the way I was, but I'm getting back. I'm getting back to it.
So what did you do in that period to keep fit? Obviously you took a break. So how did you manage to change your mindset from that first week of saying that now I don't need to practice? Because you were demotivated. Obviously, you got big news. You were excited to play a tournament.
Mentality, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What was your mentality? What were you thinking about at that time? You're like, oh man, no Kenya Open. I wanted to perform this year. I've been on a good run.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
I was so psyched. But I watched this documentary, the one on Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's called
On Netflix.
I forgot what it's called.
The last dance.
Yeah, the last dance. So then I looked at this guy and I really said, like, this guy, man, nothing could ever stop him. But it was just like he was just mentally so strong. So I was just like, I just have to try and emulate that and try and be the same. So of course I started gym, working out, so that when I come back to practice, once I get on that grind, everything that I've been working in the gym will just appear in my golf and just come back better and stronger.
And seeing golfers on TV now playing without fans, they say it's also demotivating for them. But how does watching them? What do you take out of watching them play?
Without fans.
Without fans, also the way that they actually, most of them said that the COVID-19 lockdown actually gave them a chance to have a break and to improve their mental game.
Yeah.
So what would you do to improve your game mentally?
Mentally,
Yeah.
just read more. There are a lot of reading, not only on golf but other things is also very important. Just knowledge. Knowledge really helps outside of golf.
Perfect. That's literally, like in our last few podcasts, everyone's been saying that the most important qualities of a successful person is like knowledge, reading, and all these kind of stuff.
Your
So, I
attitude,
mean,
exactly.
you're on the best wavelength, you know.
Yeah.
You're with the people up there, man.
Thanks, bro.
Role models, man. Role models. Now we need to hear your role models, you know, so we can get motivated.
But what is the biggest question, obviously, for golfers? Well, the ones who are watching and they want to know, who do you think is the best player in the world, or who is the greatest of all time?
Tiger.
No
debate,
No
man.
debate.
No debate.
I mean, he
Tiger is the
changed
greatest ever.
golf.
Yeah, man. Tiger is the greatest ever.
Has his journey played an impact in your life?
Yeah, it has.
In what way?
Especially because he's other things, but also like I used to look at like his skin color when I was young. I used to be like, this is like the only, like the greatest golfer in the game is black.
Yeah.
Like that's insane, man.
Yeah.
So he made the golf he just exposed it now to the world.
I agree. I'm trying to get to your level very soon. But yeah, so
You beat me the other day, though.
that's
You beat Kenya's number one.
Yeah. So for me, if I look at Tiger, I see someone who's broken all the stereotypes. He came when he was young, made his tour debut, was the fittest on tour. He went through all these troubles, but just took over the tour, won as many events as he could,
Yeah.
and then he got injured. And for many years, they thought the Tiger Woods is gone. And yet again, he proved them wrong by coming back last year and winning.
Masters,
So, I mean, learning from him and his mindset, there is always something that if you keep on striving, you can achieve anything you want.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Truth, man.
But now we take it back. So, football or golf? What would you choose? What did you love playing more?
Golf.
Golf.
Yeah, I
Is
really
it?
love playing golf, man. More.
Even before in your school days.
Yeah, because football used to frustrate me, man. Because you have to be the keeper, so you have to communicate. And
Yeah.
you guys don't listen,
I
and
was
then,
the goalkeeper.
and then they blame it on you. What's fine? I used to hate it, man.
But yeah, so honest opinion. What do you think of my hair?
Yeah.
A lot of guys in the comments, well, once I done it, we made the Liverpool Champions video, which obviously you guys can't, United fans can't say anything. But yeah, I mean, looking at, also we talked about this in our last video when we were talking about attitude, is how Jurgen Klopp came and built his team and made them believers and made all the fans believe. And actually in the last year, we won the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, the Club World Cup, and now the Premier League. And it just shows that with hard work, mindset, attitude, and commitment, literally anything is possible. And then I did my hair, and we made a video on it when we were celebrating, and yeah, so.
Yeah, what would you say, like, at the moment, like, sporting in Kenya, for you, in like, especially golf, yeah? Is it given, like, the recognition it deserves? Because, like, I always hear, like, football, especially in Kenya, there's so much talent, but there's no, like, pathway to follow, So what is it for, like, golf, in your case? Do you feel like there's a way to, like, PGA, the top levels?
I think there is also. You don't even have to leave the country now, I think. Because I think the new tour edition of Safari Tour being played around like East Africa. Because they're now raising like the prize money. So for pros from all over can come and play Safari Tour. So that also gives me a chance to play against like the best in East Africa. And also there's some tournaments like Kenya Open, Can Challenge. So I can qualify for like Sunshine Tour. You can just work your way through small events, qualify, and you could end up somewhere big.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
You're going to US for studies, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Champagne Tahi. Well, obviously you want to start, like you said, you want to play Kenya Open, see if you can get something out of it. But when you go to the States, will it only be college golf, or when do you plan on turning professional?
I want to turn by the age of 21. Probably when I turn 21, like that's when I want to turn pro. I might stretch it a bit to 22, 23, but 21 is the age.
In Kenya or abroad? Or whatever life takes you.
Wherever life takes me, man. I'm just vibing. Wherever life takes me.
I mean, we got your Kenya #1 trophy for you.
From Diamond Talks or
From Diamond Talks. And
crazy.
and
on that note, yeah, like what advice would you give to like young golfers, young sportsmen? What would you tell them is the most important thing when it comes to wanting to go professional? I mean, you hear from these big guys, like you were saying on The Last Dance, that their work ethic is crazy. Like they're always working hard. Even you don't see that work, man. You see just the tip of the iceberg. So what would you tell them? What would you tell young sportsmen? That
to look good in front of thousands, you have to outwork thousands in front of nobody.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. There you have it. Kenya #1, Champagne Tahi, Mutahi Kibugu.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you in the next podcast.